Hello everyone, today's video is to encourage you to have contracts inside of your fitness business. You'll be more profitable, your business will be more sustainable, and your life will be easier because you'll have to acquire less clients because the ones that you have will stay longer. Now, when I talk to gym owners and I talk to them about their pricing and their contracts, I get the same response every single time. Hey, I think you should look at introducing contracts. I would never sign a contract. Hey, you should increase your prices. I would never pay that much. But just because you wouldn't pay that much or you wouldn't sign a contract doesn't mean the vast majority of Australians won't. You need to remove your beliefs around pricing and contracts and do what's best for your business. What's best for your business is to remain open. And by having a higher price and by having contracts, the likelihood of your business remaining open is what's best for business. If you get pricing and contracts wrong, there may not be a business by the time it comes around to sign that second or that third lease. These two things are so critically important that if you get it wrong, it can be really hard to bounce back if you go through a tough period. What I want you to do is look at some of the biggest fitness companies in Australia, the ones that have been around for 5, 10 plus years. I'm talking Fitness First, World Gym, Good Life, Fitness Cartel, F45, the biggest fitness companies in Australia all use contracts. Success leaves clues. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Do what others have done in the past that have had success, but then do it your own way. Now, what I want to talk about the most is if you have contracts, you will extend your LTV, your customer lifetime value. So if someone joins your program and the average member stays for 3 months, let's say that you charge $50 a week, that means that your lifetime value of that client is $600. If they stay for 12 months, your lifetime value of that client is $2,600. So that client on the 12-month contract is almost worth 5 members that only stay for 3 months and pay you $600. And now reverse engineer that. How hard is it to acquire 5 clients? From generating the leads, to nurturing the leads, to calling the leads, to selling the leads, to onboarding the leads. We all know that training new people is more difficult than training people that are experienced in our gym and have been around for a while. So by doing shorter contracts, not only is your LTV less, your lifetime customer value, but you actually make your business operations more complex. More work is required to generate those leads and make those sales because you're going to churn more people. I don't care how good your product is. There is nothing that is more important than reducing your churn rate than having contracts inside of your fitness business. Because we've all been there. We've had a member. They're fantastic. They've been in their program for 6 months. They're off to an amazing start. They love you. You love them. They've been to your function. They've been to your community events. Hell, they might have been to your house before. What happens? They go to Europe in July. Hey, I'm just going to cancel it or pause it. I'll be back in a month. And we both know the likelihood of that member coming back is not 100%. There is a chance they will cancel. But that exact example, if a member is in a 12-month contract and they've been in our gym for 6 months, they go to Europe for a month, the likelihood of them coming back is close to 100%. So it allows people to go through lulls in their fitness journey with you and get them back on track as opposed to just bouncing. The next thing is it's what's best for the actual customer. We all know our clients get off to a hot start. Tread water, tread water, tread water. They go through a period where things get tough. Maybe they go on a holiday. Maybe they get sick. Maybe they got more stuff with their kids. Maybe back to school week, X, Y, Z. Then their attendance drops off a cliff. At this point, when their attendance is super low, that's when you're doing your no-show report. That's when you're reaching out, showing that you care. Hey, Jenny, we missed you in the session. I'd love to get you back next week. If you send that message and they're out of contract and they can cancel with 2 weeks notice or 30 days notice, the likelihood of them just saying, oh, just, I've got a lot going on. I just can't make it right now. Can we just cancel? I'll come back in a month or two. You know it and I know it. They're not coming back in a month or two. So Look at the most successful fitness businesses in Australia. Look at the most successful companies worldwide. The majority of them have a contract or an agreement based on the duration that you need to do business with them. The next thing is it absolutely extends your customer lifetime value. You have clients for longer. The likelihood of you getting a result for them is better. The likelihood of you getting referrals from them is better. And it reduces the operational complexity of your business because you don't need to constantly generate leads, nurture leads, book calls, make calls, sell people into your program, maybe even have an additional staff to onboard people, or maybe even have additional onboarding, like on-ramp sessions, like the majority of CrossFit gyms do. It is that important. One huge thing with LTV is it actually allows you to spend more money to acquire a client. Because let's just say that your average client stays for 3 months and you get $600 off them. If you're paying $200 to acquire a client, that means you're only making $400 after you acquire them, not to mention the cost to fulfill that 3 months of training. You're probably left with $200 profit. If it's $2,600, you spend $200 to acquire, you've got all this money that's accruing in the back. So it allows you to spend more money on advertising. Every single person on earth says that Facebook advertising and Instagram advertising is continuing to increase. And I would agree somewhat. But if that is the case, then the amount of money we make per member needs to be more. And that can be done by increasing their prices, or it can be done by lengthening the amount of time they stay in your program. Bonus points if you do both. You increase their price and you extend their customer lifetime value. Now, we had contracts in our business for the entire 9 years. And what I want to drive home here is that we never, ever, ever, ever stuck someone to a contract. They left with a bad taste in their mouth and they left a Google review. Jamie and Mitch, they're money hungry. All they care about is locking me into a contract XYZ thing. That never happened. Because what we did, if someone was in a 12-month contract, say they're 7 months in, hey guys, just want to cancel, we would remind them the most friendly way possible. Hey, just so you know, you are in a 12-month membership. It expires on this date. We'd love to get you back into the gym to work on XYZ goal for XYZ reason to get back on track. 9 times out of 10, they would acknowledge the email. They would acknowledge the contract. They get back into the gym. It would give us another opportunity to get them back on track. And if you do, they are remotivated like you wouldn't believe again. The other 10%, they would say, listen, I don't care. Like, this has occurred out of my control. This isn't fair. Can you please cancel my contract? And this is what we would do. And this says a lot about the human population. We would say, absolutely no problems at all. Completely understand that this has occurred. It's not your fault that you can't make sessions. Like, we don't do this normally, but in this case, I'll just cancel your membership with no further notice. And the most fucked up thing is they would like us more. Wow, Jamie and Mitch, I can't believe it. You guys are so nice. The majority of other businesses wouldn't do this. So if you have a contract and someone wants to cancel, remind them politely, hey, this is a contract. They'll probably come back, or they'll wait out their contract and they'll cancel day 366. Either outcome is okay there. The other 10% that kick back again, just cancel them, move on, ask for a positive review on the way back, and they'll thank you for doing the right thing by them. So with that in mind, that you're not going to get a negative Google review, you're not going to lock people in, people are going to still like you. You can go to Coles and Woolworths in the town and not walk past a member that's had a bad experience with you. I'm going to ask the question again. Why wouldn't you have contracts? And finally, and maybe the most important one, by using contracts, it allows you to actually increase your prices. So for example, 12 months is 66, 6 months is 75, month to month is 85. Our most popular option is 66. What works best for you? And I promise you, they will say the most popular option. But if they choose 6 months for 75, fantastic. You're getting $9 per week on their membership. If they choose month to month, it's 85. Fantastic. You're getting an additional, what's that math? $19 on their membership. It's a win-win-win. This is the exact way that Mitch would sell contracts into our business. So for our gyms, I was pretty much responsible for the front end. I'll do the marketing, I'll do the sales. he would onboard them, and then he would sell them the next membership. And he would say this exactly: "Hey, Jamie, thanks so much for being a part of our gym. Proud to have you in. You've made it 3 times the last 3 weeks. I'd love to discuss with you the next steps. Is that okay?" And they would say yes. Cool. The good news is the price is exactly the same. It's why we sell at your membership price for our Done For You Everything service. It's $66 a week. That is our most popular option, and that is on a 12-month agreement. Pause. We also have 6 months at 75 and month to month at 85. Our most popular option is 12 months. What would work better for you? Now, they've had an amazing experience. 12 months is the cheapest option. It's also the most popular option. We've also price anchored it with 85 at month to month. So it sounds like a steal. And they would say, the most popular option, thanks. On that phone call, Mitch would chuck them on speaker. He'd text them a link with an agreement, and they would sign it on their phone while Mitch has them over the phone. That is how we would do it. And again, if that person turns around and cancels it, well, then we would just remind them politely once and then let them off after that. So let's recap. The most successful fitness businesses that have stood the test of time, as well as the majority of businesses that are successful long-term, have contracts. We're not going to stick them to a contract. We're still going to be liked. They'll actually like you more if you do cancel them in contract. It extends their customer lifetime value. You make more money for every single person that walks into your business. Therefore, you need less people overall. Therefore, it reduces the operational complexity of your business to acquire more and more and more and more clients, because you constantly churn them every 3 months. It allows you to spend more money on ads to acquire clients. Want to know the secret we were successful? We would just fucking outspend everyone. If you spend $1,000 a week on ads and the gym next to you spending $0, who is going to win? Who is going to win? And lastly, if you pitch it the correct way, you can actually increase your average member yield, because some people will go 12 months at 66. Some will go 6 months at 75. All of a sudden, your average membership price might be $70 per week. So I really hope that helps. And I'm super passionate about this topic because quite often I meet studio owners that have a month-to-month agreement. If you have a 10-class pass for $50, they do the 10 classes, and then from there, they join your gym and you are celebrating, you are over the moon. How good is this? How deflating is it if they cancel 30 days later? Wouldn't it be a great feeling to know that after they do their 10-class pass, or after they do their first 28-day or 6-week challenge, if they enroll, they're with you for 12 months. That's the business that you want to own. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.